So, my name is Cameron Carter, and today I will be talking about jet engine lubrication systems, just basic concepts and general knowledge about it. And so, what is your functions of a jet engine's lubrication system? Well, here I'll tell you. First, it's going to reduce your friction and cool off your engine, and it will cushion your impact and prevent internal corrosion and seal very small clearances, and it will also help in cleaning. So, classifications of lubrication systems. There's two classifications, and one, you have wet sump, and you have your dry sump. Wet sump is oil that is stored in an engine sump or just in your accessory gearbox. And the other one is dry sump. And dry sump, it's unlike wet sump where it's stored in an engine sump. Oil stored in a separate reservoir. Usually, it's mounted externally on an engine, and those are your two general classifications of your lubrication systems. Just quick fact: um, most engines, jet engines, tend to use a dry sump lubrication system, and dry sump lubrication system has two types of installations. And so here I have a block diagram of a jet engine oil system, and this installation is your cold tank installation. Basically, your oil coolers are on the scavenge side uh, before your tank. So, some components of the block diagram and their functions. There's a lot of components, and I will walk through all of them and just give you some general information on them. So, you have your reservoir, and this basically is just a metal tank that is used to store the oil. You have your suction filter, and this removes contaminants from your oil before reaching the oil pressure pump. You have your oil pressure pump. This sucks the oil from your tank through the suction filter and delivering it to the bearings and your gearboxes. Also, you have your main oil filter. Your main oil filter uh, removes your contaminants from the oil before entering the bearing chambers and your gearboxes as well. You have your LCF. What is LCF? LCF is just an acronym for your last chance filter. What does a last chance filter do? Last chance filter, uh, literally, they're just installed just before your bearings in case the main filter was to ever become clogged. And basically, it's just the last means of filtering the oil because bearings, they're extremely important and for the continuous operation of your aircraft engine. You have your internal sumps. The internal sumps literally just collect oil after lubrication. Your scavenge pumps have a higher capacity um, than the pressure pumps, and they scavenge the oil from the internal sumps and deliver it to the tank. So you have your FCOC, which is fuel cooled oil cooler, and you have your ACOC, uh, air cooled oil cooler. And what do these do? They literally just cool the oil by the means of fuel or air. And another component we have is the air oil separator. Uh, just like its name, you can guess that it separates the air bubbles from the oil. So here I have an alternate configuration. Uh, unlike my other configuration on on the cold tank installation, I have a hot tank installation right here, and this basically is oil coolers are located after the pressure pump / filter. And just a quick note, any lubrication system is going to consist of 3 circuits. You're going to have your pressure circuit, your vent circuit, and you'll have your return circuit. That's just a quick note. So, maintenance practices associated with lubrication systems on a jet engine. Well, first off, you're going to want to check your oil quantity. Do you need to change your oil? Do you need to add any oil just to make sure you're good before you fly? Like I said, oil change already. You're gonna want to make sure your oil's good. Sample your oil. Analyze it as well. Does your oil filter need to be replaced, or does it need to be cleaned where applicable? Your oil reservoir does it need to be cleaned, flushed? You want to see if you can use magnetic chip detectors in critical areas or anywhere that's needed. Basically, just look for the presence of oil. May not oil any metal within your oil, as you can that you don't want metal in your oil. So, servicing and inspecting magnetic chip detectors. First of all, you're going to want to check your oil quantity. You need to service it, servicing or adding. Just a general rule within a certain amount of time after shutdown, you're going to want to do that. Another quick note I have, oil specification is the most important factor before checking, before servicing. Right. And continuing on with the PowerPoint. So, again, servicing and inspecting magnetic chip detectors. Magnetic chip detectors, they're located in your return line after critical items such as your gearboxes and bearings. Always check for evidence of metal chips, that might cause any suspicion. This is extremely important that you must continuously practice and do. And okay, so just a quick review. There's 2 types of lubrication systems. You have your dry sump and your wet sump, and these are used in your gas turbine engines. Wet sump lubrication system, the oil is stored inside the engine, while the dry sump, the oil is stored in an external tank, and it's near the engine elsewhere inside the aircraft. Turbine engine oil systems can also be classified as pressure relief systems as well. Either full flow or total loss system. The main function of an oil system is to cool the bearings and to carry heat away from circulating oil around the bearings. Air cooling is also used in some engines in addition to oil cooling. There are many ways to maintain your lubricating systems as well, such as checking your oil quantity and making sure you have the right amount of oil. See if your oil is good. Make sure there's no metal in it. If you find your engine to have insufficient amount of oil, obviously put some more oil in it. There are other ways as well, such as flushing and cleaning your oil reservoir. Even checking your oil, like I said, checking your oil to make sure there's no metal in your oil. And there are many components of a lubricating system that are used in a gas turbine engine uh, that all have a specific function and are needed to operate your aircraft power plant. This sophisticated system consists of a reservoir, suction filter, main oil filter, internal sumps, etc., etc. All these parts that I've named off, they play a significant role in ensuring a reduction of friction, cooling, preventing internal corrosion, cleaning, and other things as well. And that is my presentation. Thank you.